What's up, people? Hip Hoop Junkies and Hoop Heads North. Just after the Toronto Raptors Intrasquad game, it was the black team with the final score 92-64. It was a blowout for Team Black over Aaron Gray and Team Grays. What were your impressions from the whole game?
I really enjoyed it. I just love the fact that they're back in Halifax, once again, which is always a great thing for us. But, I'm not sure what was going on with the Gray team today. I mean, at halftime, it was like an 8-point game. It was 44-34 or something like that, or 36. And then the second half, they turned the Jets on, and that was a wrap.
Yeah, I mean, you got to wonder. You had Kyle Lowry and Rudy Gay on Team Gray, and then they got blown out.
Yeah.
I think that starting point guard spot, I mean, you were talking about it, it might be gone.
We'll see. I mean, I like the way that DJ Augustine pushed the ball, in transition. Me and my buddies that were sitting with me made a couple notes about that as well, and I really like the way that he was pushing the ball. Now, of course, he's got to, get his mojo going, get the preseason games in there. I think they play against Boston on Monday, so we'll see how things go in the long term. But, the door's open there for guys to get more minutes if, say, Kyle doesn't perform in the regular season,
Another guy that...
Rudy's going to get his minutes no matter what.
Yeah, for sure. But I mean, another guy at the point guard spot is Dwight Bikes.
Yes.
Probably the first time that you've seen him, the first time I've obviously seen him. I don't think,
definitely.
I believe it, he hasn't even played in the league. So what was your impressions with him?
I liked him. I mean, he played a couple seasons in France, I believe, and played with Junior Cadogan at Marquette, if I'm not mistaken, and then got a chance to play in the NBA. So I like the fact that he's a taller point guard. I think he's like 6'3", 6'4", you know what I mean? So he's got a little bit of height on him and stuff like that. And the more point guards you've got to your, disposal or at your disposal is great, because you've got a guy who can step in. You can play 2 point guards if you want, kind of like they did in the past with Jose and with Kyle at the same time, that kind of lineup. You've got 2 floor generals, guys who can handle the rock, which in certain situations can make a big difference, Yeah,
it'd be interesting to see how Dwight plays in the pound the rock system, the defensive system. I think he'll be fun in the offensive end, but just on the defense, and I'm sure
he's
that's
taller, so I think that will do. I think that's be to his benefit.
Yeah.
Unlike say like JL3 last year, who was a phenomenal shooter and a quick guy, but I think Dwight Bikes, provides something a little different.
Unfortunately, we didn't get to see Psycho T, Tyler Hansbrough, who I'm looking forward to, because we got some nice bigs on Toronto obviously with Valanciunas and Amir Johnson. Tyler Hansbrough, one of the best defensive teams with the Pacers last year.
Absolutely.
We didn't get to see him, a hamstring injury, I believe.
Yeah, it would have been nice to see him out there just to kind of see what his energy brings, and it would have been nice for the fans to see that too, to get a taste of, what's to come. Because there's some people out there who are Raptors fans, and they watch the players on the Raptors and they tune into certain games, but they may not always follow all the players around the NBA like us, so to see Tyler, have that kind of game from day one, his days in North Carolina and then with Indiana, he's definitely going to bring that. So once he's healthy and back out there, hopefully it's just a precautionary thing, but when he's back out there, oh yeah, man, he's going to bring some much added diversity to the team. And because the only, other than JV and Amir, those are the only real 2 guys I find that consistently kind of have that hustle, you know what I mean?
And you saw that today with JV and Amir.
Definitely. And Allen Anderson, but he's no longer on the team, right? But those 2 guys specifically, with Amir, like you say, today, and with JV on the blocks and hustling on rebounds, they always bring it. So to have Tyler come in and be able to provide that too will be great.
What about the 2 and 3 spots with DeMar, Terrence Ross in his second year, and Rudy Gay? What do you think of those guys, how they performed today?
DeMar looked awesome to me. Just fluid, you know what I mean? Smooth out there. He's got just got that basketball, you know what I mean, kind of flavor. He's back into it. It's like he didn't take any time off. That's kind of how he looks to me. Rudy looked at his sink. Is he getting used to that new weight? I don't know. You know what I mean?
20 extra pounds,
that's
I believe.
Right. Yeah, so maybe that's part of it. I'm not sure. But, I think Rudy will be fine. It's just a matter of getting into that, getting into the swing of things again. And, he had the surgery. He took a few weeks off to kind of recover from that. So he hasn't been going go, go, go like some of the other players have all summer long, Yeah.
Terrence Ross, what did you think?
Not bad. It's going to be tough again from this year to get minutes. That's the biggest thing. I think it's going to be him proving that he deserves to be on the floor, because it's a logjam. You know, you look at the Raptors and they've just got a logjam at these various positions between shooting guard, small forward, and so he's just going to have to earn it.
Yeah, he looked good, like driving to the lane, getting in the paint. It's just a matter of, he couldn't finish a couple baskets, but I think he's good. Apparently on 2K14, his rating hasn't changed. And
right, it's low, and he wasn't too impressed with that.
But he is the best rated dunker in the game.
They did give him that. They did give him that, but he definitely was kind of like, he brushed it off, but you could tell at the same time, this will be motivation, I think, as well. You know, just one more thing for these guys. They've got the bulletin board list of people who diss them. I know DeMar kind of keeps one because he reads the different tweets and, the preseason previews, and they have the Raptors ranked either to be 8th or not make the playoffs, depending on who you're reading. Right. And so they take note of this kind of stuff. Yeah.
Let's talk about some three guys that shoot the three-pointer. Austin Day, Steve Novak, obviously both guys been added. And Landry Fields, I mean, he looked okay. Yeah. I guess his elbow looks a little bit better. So. Yeah,
I think that's probably still a work in progress. I'm sure he's happy to not want to talk about that anymore, but I think you can still see his follow through and his shot. It's still kind of slow and deliberate. So I think he's still kind of working through those aches and pains and trying to get his form back. But Steve Novak, pull the trigger. He's going to be a huge asset for the Raptors this year. And Austin Day, he looks silky smooth out there too. And as Yui knows, our cameraman today, he is a guy who just needs that confidence. As a Detroit Piston, he showed flashes. And I think the Raptors see that upside in him too. They just want to get him back to, to those kind of games he used to have.
Yui thinks that he needs to put on some extra pounds as well. He's a skinny guy, man.
Yeah, now apparently he put on some weight this offseason too. But again, when you've got that frame, you know what I mean? It's tough to say, But hopefully he'll be ready to roll.
So who's our starting five? We got Kyle, DeMar, Rudy,
JV,
and Amir.
Yeah, I think Amir at the 4 and JV at the 5.
Yeah, so that's a solid 5. I was reading Jay Satur retweeted this that Reggie Miller and I can't remember the other guy predict the Raptors to be in the number 8 spot.
Okay, I like it. I mean, there's no reason why they can't. Look at last year; they finished 4 games behind the Milwaukee Bucks. And that was with the Raptors starting 4-19 last year, like an abysmal start to the season, right? And then they acquire Rudy Gay halfway through the season, thereabouts, and they were 1 game above 500 in the 33 games that they played with the Rudy Gay. I think they were 17-16. Right. So if you can play 500 basketball for the year, you're in the playoffs in the East for sure. Yeah. For sure.
The pitcher in the East though has changed a lot. So we kind of have to revisit the whole all the teams that are there because they've changed. Like Brooklyn's changed.
Right, but Brooklyn was in the playoffs last year, so they might be higher in the rankings, but they'll still be there.
Yeah, and Yui's Detroit Pistons. You never know, man.
Yeah, they could sneak in, man. They got Josh Smith now, so it'll be interesting to see how some of these impact players do on their new teams, right?
So overall,
and Atlanta's weaker, and they were previously a playoff team too, so maybe they take a step off,
right? Yeah, you never know. We'll see how the schedule goes and where the wins come. I mean, obviously the Celtics are a lot worse as well too, so
definitely
that's gonna also play a factor.
Yep.
So overall, second year in Halifax, the Toronto Raptors. Your impressions on? I mean, we got a full camp last year.
Yeah, full week last year.
We just got the 1 day in the Intrasquad game. Yeah. What did you think so far? Like how the show that they put on?
I think it's been great, and Coach Casey has made note of this, and Masai Ujiri. Not that he was here last year, but he made note of it this year too. That they really like the facilities, and as we know, they're trying to brand, Toronto Raptors as Canada's team now that there's, of course, no more Vancouver Grizzlies. So they're really trying to take advantage of that and go places. So maybe next year, maybe they'll go to Vancouver or Edmonton or something like that, right? And spread the love to the other coast and try to have that, a true showing of the Raptors kind of being coast to coast. But as far as what they've done here in Halifax last year was great. A lot of community outreach. They went to Fairview Junior High in Halifax 2 days ago and, showed some love there and did an anti-bullying campaign. So I think it's good. I think what they're doing and the way that they're trying to incorporate, the different cities throughout Canada and to the Raptors fandom is a good thing.
Yeah, I mean, I think that's going to be part of. I mean, it's always been Canada's team, but they're going to rebrand it. Obviously, you hear that there can be a new color scheme. The name's going to say the.
Now, what are your thoughts on that as far as a new color scheme and all that in a couple of years' time? The new rebranding. Okay, so they're not. The name is not changing. We've confirmed that it's still going to be the Raptors, but it's already red and black, which are good colors. You got red, which is Canada, like
red and white, black. Yeah.
What are we going to rebrand it? Like, what are you going to change it to? Like grays? Like, I don't know. Like, the color scheme thing seems to be weird. I like the way the Raptors uniforms look now. I'm not sure how they're going to get better. They're quite nice right now.
What I was scared of.
I don't really know how they're going to get better. I really don't.
I was scared of because
the logo, sure. Like, you want to get rid of the dinosaur logo, sure. Like the claw logo, I like that. The dinosaur logo is definitely dated. You know what I mean? Definitely Jurassic Park-esque for sure. But changing the uniforms, I don't know. Like, I just like the way they look now.
I like what they are now. Yeah. It kind of scared me when I saw the All-Star announced for 2016, and there was red, white, and blue, and I was like, I hope that's not the new color scheme. If you're going to rebrand it as Canada's team.
Exactly. No offense to Americana or like the Harlem Globetrotters, but like that's what their colors are. Like we don't need to do that whole red, white, and blue thing. So I definitely hope that it stays red, white, black. Throw in some gray maybe, but we definitely need red.
So, I mean, that's it for Halifax. I mean, stay tuned to the Raps Talk podcast, hiphoopjunkies.com, hoopheadsnorth.com,